Right, so there's two products that I want to talk to you about today. Now, as a makeup artist, I spend quite a large amount of my time knocking back shine, doing someone's makeup in the day and then usually working in a humid climate or in a very small room with extremely large lights. Knocking back shine and making the skin looking beautifully even and glossy in the correct places is something that we do every single day. Now, I don't like to keep knocking back the shine by applying more powder over oil, over powder, over sweat, because by the end of the day, or even probably by lunchtime, the skin can look really cakey and old looking. So it's really important to keep the skin looking fresh. So these two products I have been using a lot of recently. Now, the first one is called Mai Couture. Now, these are blotting papers, and I've always used blotting papers actually at work, but I love this one because it's infused with charcoal. Now, as you can see, it's just a thin little bit of blotting paper. So those of you who know what charcoal does and how it looks after the skin, it draws out impurities. It's really good at purifying the skin, but obviously there's only a small amount of charcoal here, but whatever, at least you're doing something that's a positive for the skin. So why not have charcoal infused blotting papers? I love them and I think they're great. I'm looking around because I'm just trying to find my little powder puff, which I carefully placed on my table and has rolled off somewhere. Okay, I found another one. Right, so I would use my powder puff and I would just place the blotting paper over the powder puff and I would just push the blotting paper into the skin, and the paper absorbs all the oil, it mattifies the skin, and there's not another layer on it. It's not rocket science, but I really love these blotting papers. And if you are struggling with excess oily skin and you are using a lot of powder and you are finding that your skin is looking quite cakey and feeling really heavy, then look at blotting papers and look at them by using a puff as well, because it really helps to kind of soften the effect. Sometimes just pressing the paper, I don't know, simply on your face, for me doesn't feel that glamorous, doesn't feel that nice, but it definitely works really well with a puff. Secondly is the Murad. Now let me get this straight, because it's MattEffect Blotting Perfector. It's a bit of a mouthful, forgive me. Now this is fantastic and it's made of marshmallow powders. Now I don't know what marshmallow powders does for your skin. Excuse me, I'm sure Murad will explain more to us. It sounds lovely, it looks lovely, and it does the job. I'm assuming that they're very absorbent. And it comes in a little container like this, with a little flip lid. I think it came with an applicator, which I've since binned because I prefer to use it with a brush or my fingers. So before I do someone's makeup, I just use the brush, push it into the sponge. It's got a cushion technology, and then just place it in between the brows. I've got makeup on, so there's no need to show you. In the brows, all those areas that I don't want the makeup to shine. As it starts pushing through the oil in the day, as the skin starts getting oilier, I just usually apply it with my finger and just take it over the skin, and it feels really refreshing on my clients. They love the feel of it. It doesn't build up on the skin, and it just knocks back the shine. So two different ways of knocking back the oil in, you know, a slightly pleasurable manner. So I hope all that information has helped, and those of you who do have an oily complexion, it just gives you a few other options to mop up the oil. I've also been told that I do need to say, please, if you do like my tips, tricks and advice, please could you subscribe to my channel. I have to say that makes me feel really awkward having to say that. Those words didn't naturally flow out of my mouth, but if you like what I'm talking about and you'd like me to do more, then please give me the support. Many thanks.